Kim McGillis coming you live from Regina. It is February 6th today and it's 11:05 Central Time. If you're watching from back home in Ontario, it is 12:05. How are you? It is beautiful. It is sunny today. Very cold though, -18 with the wind, -29. We're back in, Riley and I, from shoveling because we had to shovel lots of snow here. And I'm gonna see here if I have some comments. Haha, I am here live. If ever you're here live, please say hello. I would love to know where you are from as well. And if you're catching the replay, please say replay. It's Thursday already. I can't believe this week has gone by so fast. I hope you loved my project featuring the mixed florals and mixed labels. If ever you've ordered them, I would love to know. Shout out, say that this is part of your collection. Maybe you've already ordered it. Maybe it's part of your wish list type of thing. I would love to know that. I am incorporating today another stamp set, and it was a request from one of my downlines, so I am gonna go and honor her. I don't think she's live today, but still, if ever she is, I think she'll appreciate this card today. I know yesterday was very complicated. Today it is a very simple card, so I can't wait to share with you. I was looking at my reports yesterday, and I have to share with you that I'm almost at a milestone, a career milestone. So I'm almost gonna reach my 300,000 CSV. So that's almost 400,000 in sale Canadian. So I'm just missing, like, I think it's like 1,600 Canadian, and I'm hoping to reach this before my event in North Carolina with Stampin Up. So you know what? Not everybody does what I do. Like right now, I am going on live every single day during the week. And it might change a little bit because I have some new things happening in my life. So it might tweak a little bit, but my business, my Stampin' Up business, has gone all over the place in a sense that I was mainly a hobbyist. So I know that we see demonstrators achieving $1 million and that sort of thing. I was working full-time as a nurse. I was a hobbyist. I did it for fun. I also did it because I wanted the income, the discount for myself, and to be able to go to events, Stampin' Up events, and get the catalog ahead of time and that sort of thing. So I guess my milestones are going to be achieved after 18 years to get to that 500,000 sales Canadian, which is still great, right? So kind of fun. Hello, Evelyn. Hi, Paul. Greetings from chilly Utah. Well, chilly here as well. I was telling Chris the other day because I don't know like how long we'll be here, so I said we should plan like a trip that I could bring my dog. So I was like, how far is it to drive to Utah from where we are and that sort of thing. I know we can go visit Montana and that sort of thing, but anyways, if ever, Paul, I'll let you know if I'm in your neighborhood. Nicole's saying, hi Kim, hope you're having a good day. Yes, she ordered the collection. I can't wait to try it out. Oh, that's so fun. And then Lucy is also loving this collection. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been up since 2 a.m. This is silliness, and I actually went to bring my husband a coffee and a little muffin this morning to apologize because he's a very light sleeper. I couldn't sleep, and then because I couldn't sleep, then it woke him up. So, and he has a bigger day than I am. So I haven't heard from him. I just left a little note on his desk, which is kind of fun because I could just walk over, and said, I hope you appreciate this little pick-me-upper. So I haven't heard yet because he was having inspection this morning. So anyways, hopefully he's gonna forgive me. But like this dog situation of leaving Riley next week is just, I think, on my mind. And anyways, it is what it is. Cindy's saying hi, very exciting for that milestone. Yes, so I can't believe 400,000 in sales Canadian. It takes a lot more in Canadian dollars to reach the US CSV type of milestone, but I'm there almost. So 1,600 to go. So hopefully I could catch up on that before I attend the Stampin' Up event. So I'm going to work really hard. Yeah, so I'm gonna put my phone down. Hopefully today we don't lose sound. If ever, please let me know. I will try to keep an eye on that. And in the meantime, before I do put my phone down, could you try to guess which stamp set I am adding to our collection today? I would love to see what you're thinking. And I also, once I show it, because it's hidden right there, I want to know, do you own it? Have you worked with it? That sort of thing. So, and the reason why I'm using it today is because my downline said to me, Kim, I can't believe you haven't used it yet because it's totally your style. I was like, you know what? You're right. So here we go. I'm going to keep the same colors though. I am going to keep the same colors, and the reason why is because it's easier for me for my packages, cards by mail. So I just find that using same colors is a lot more, it makes the little package prettier. That's all I want to say. So let's see. Do we have sound this morning, people? Okay, so if you are ordering from me this week, this is part of the collection that you're getting. Obviously, the class, the PDF will be different. It is going to include 4 fun fold in a coordinating box. For the cards by mail, is when you order for $60 or $75 to get that additional gift, you need to use this hostess code, and it is not going to be the 4 fun folds and the box. It is really going to be just what I showcase this week. So here we go. Please try and guess what stamp set I'm adding to the collection this morning. It is called Element of Text. So Element of Text. Hello, Joan from Washington. Very pretty. I love it for backgrounds. And I think it ties beautifully with what we've been working on all week long. So I think it's going to be great. What did we do? We started with Monday, and there was no element of text in there. But on Monday, I showed you this basic card that just slides off like... It doesn't want to slide off today, but it usually slides off. Maybe it's stuck. Maybe oh my God, I added a diamond, but it slides off like this. I don't know why. It just has this new dimensional that just went and sets itself right there. So that was Monday's card. I do love it. And you get to see it in both. By the way, last night while I was not sleeping, I saw that our CEO, Sarah Douglas, started following me on Instagram. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like now I gotta really stamp up my game here if Sarah's starting to follow me and watch what I make. So I was like, this is like the pressure is on here. So that was Monday. And then Tuesday, I shared my downline stuff, I believe. And I showed you how to make this. And I actually went to our local Home Sense and I got the Art of Happiness, like little pencils, and they all have little words in there. So I'm thinking duplicating this. Somebody had suggested a nail file or that sort of thing, but fitting like a little crayon on the inside would work as well. So I was like, I like to add cute stuff. For my class in Ontario next Saturday, I have a full bee collection. Lots of little gifts related to bees. So you might guess what I'm working on. So, and then this was for her, and then I had personalized her card, and you got to see this beautiful card right here with that cute coordinating box, which I got these at the dollar store. I would never get that. They are so messy. I think sometimes it's better to pay a little bit more. And then she has also her little stamping block that coordinates. So this has to go out today. And then yesterday we focused on this little one, which is like a special fun fold. And I talked about the alphabet à la mode because they are, I actually got 2 sets because I do want, like, it's easier for me to pre-cut lots of pieces when I have extra. So the Alphabet à la Mode is free during celebration with a qualifying order of only $75, and they are worth $58. So to get them for free. So if ever, I did place a huge order yesterday, and I got these. So today, simple card. I'm not going to be causing you lots of stress today with lots of instructions. It's very simple. So this is a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11, and I am gonna go bring it to that 5 1/2 mark to score. Okay, so now this is gonna go here, and then I cut a piece. I'm just continuing with the same color. You could switch your colors, decide depending on what color your flowers are gonna be. I'm just sticking with the same thing. So I am still using soft sea foam, and this piece is 3 3/4 by 5. Now the confusion part for me is always the 5/8 and so on. So I'm just gonna check how much this would be. So if I go, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I knew that. So it's 3 5/8 basic white by 4 7/8. 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And then this is just gonna go right here on the inside, but I'm not gonna add any adhesive quite yet. So what I'm using is my favorite by far. I'm using my Stylus Shapes dies, and I'm gonna go with the largest circle, which I am gonna die cut right here. And I know there's numerous ways of doing this, but this is what I'm gonna do today. Just gonna go very light. I don't know how it's gonna stand out on camera. My circle is gonna be a little higher than what I normally do. And now I'm just gonna cut that circle right here. It has that little spring this morning. My plates are getting old. I am gonna save this piece, but I'm also gonna use this one. So just gonna put this aside right here. And we're just gonna bring this right back here. So now comes my element of text. So I'm gonna go with the big one because circle, circle, right? So this is simple to me. So make sure you're aligned on the right side. So see, I was upside down here. So I'm gonna go with circle, circle, and now I'm using Versamark. And I'm gonna add my Versamark to this and then just stamp it on right here. And then I decided to use the Opaque Bright White Wow embossing powder, and then I just layered it on top and I dried it with my heat tool. I've already done this step because the reason why I've done this step is because I didn't want you to have to hear me drying. So here it is. It has this background right here. Now I am going to do something a little later. You know, I like to tweak these cards. So I'm going to save this piece aside for something else. But now it's here, and I'm just going to grab soft sea foam. Gosh, I'm so organized today. It looks like a clean surface almost. So I'm just going to go with soft sea foam, and I am going to add it on the inside. Now, it might not show as great on your end, but trust me, it is stunning. There we go. Just adding. And I'm rubbing it all around here. I'm going maybe a little darker than I would normally do just because you guys are here. And while I'm doing this, I just want want to still grab some soft seafoam and go back and do this. So, ooh, it is very light. So the difference, you probably won't see it as much, but it is very light here, so you could hardly see, but then when you're embossing it with the wow, it stands out a lot. So here we go. Got it here. So I'm gonna go with this one, and then now we start adding our pieces to our card. So I am gonna use some dimensionals this morning. One right here, one here. So does anybody have big plans for today? Are you crafting, not crafting? Maybe I'll have an afternoon nap today since it's been such a hard night. Here we go. And then, you know what? Before I even do this part, I am gonna take out my mixed labels, and we've been using these all week long, so I think it would be smarter to just stamp my greeting right away. So I'm gonna go with "Your kindness made my day." And for my French customers, it is étiquette variée, donc it would be "Ta gentillesse me touche," I believe. So I'm gonna grab a tiny block right here, and now I'm gonna do a better job than when I made the card initially. Just, I don't know, sometimes I don't add enough ink. I'm like a light stamper. Are you a heavy stamper or a light stamper? So I'm using Tuxedo black ink, and I'm just gonna stamp right down here. Oh, see, much better. Sometimes I stamp too lightly. I should stamp a little heavier. So now is the time where I can just add all these cute pieces right here. Dimensionals. The more dimensionals, the better, right? And now we're just gonna stick this right on top here. Perfect. So you see we have a very cute card. There are a lot of dies with Stampin' Up that are actually circles, so you could choose the one that you want. The important step for this card is that now we're going to add some green glue. Let's see, green glue, cooperate this morning. It's been missing me since I haven't used it today. Here we go. So added the green glue, and why am I doing this step? It's because I want to create that depth. So I do want it to be on the actual inside right here. You see how it just stands out. So now for me, I don't know for you, feel like this design would be a great design for a swap. So this would be my type of card when I go to Stampin' Up events. I like to do cards. So, and then I exchange with other demonstrators. So I'm thinking this design would be so good. So now I'm going to use my mixed florals. I'm debating because this image is very big, but I feel like I should use it because then it gives you the idea, and then you get to see the concept of me doing it with two different flowers. So, and the funny story is, okay, I was like, what did I do with this card? I couldn't find my card anymore. So I think I am going to use this one, and you'll see, I think it's still gonna work out. It's a larger image, but you'll get to see both, and then you can decide which one you like. So when I'm stamping and I'm using like these very large images, I go the opposite way. So I put my stamp and then I just add my ink like this. Oh my goodness, see, I'm late on the comments. I'm just catching you because I don't know, sometimes Facebook won't update as I'm going, so I might have to answer a little later. So just gonna add basic white, and now we're gonna stamp right here. By the way, have you tried the blender pens and tried to color? How have you been coloring these? Like, what are you using? I would love to know how you color your flowers. Of course, I do love to color mine with the techniques that I've shown you this week, but now I shared yesterday that I use Post-it stickies. I find that they go better. Not easy to find in Canada, but unless you go on Amazon. And now we're just gonna add this little piece right here. There is gonna be some cutting involved, but okay, so now I'm just gonna pull this back here. And just gonna bring my tool. If you wanted to, you could also use this image. That would be cute as well. So I feel like I have to do the card again in multiple images because it's like the ideas keep coming. Like, it's not something any complicated. You're just duplicating the card. I was gonna do it in bubble bath this morning and then I changed my mind. I was like, no, I'm still continuing with soft sea foam. If Stampin' Up continues doing these big images, it's gonna be like, I love it. So here we are, but at the same time I also did the foliage just in case that I decide that before my nap I'm gonna do more of these. So I saw that maybe I didn't explain myself clearly yesterday. I saw someone asking a question how I did my technique, so I'm gonna redo it today and maybe just explain a little bit better. I don't know, maybe it's just, or I shared later, or somebody was watching a replay, I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna show you. So the other option would be like this branch right here, which is like kind of so good too. Now I wish I would have pre-cut a couple more of these. So if there was just more time in a day, that's all. So here we go. So the color, somebody asked me this question, what I used was Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow is a bit better to use for this technique. And if ever, that's the one that I was using. So let me just see if I have here my aqua painter so I could do this, because I was not planning on doing this, but then I'm like, oh, it would be so cute to have an additional one, so I might as well just grab that. So right now there's not a lot of the green in there, so I might want to add a little drop this morning. Here we go. So I'm gonna add a single drop in here, just in here. Very tiny because it's so dark. Annette from Ontario, hello. Paul said family has arrived. Funny, he's fun. He's getting some visitors. I'm excited for him. I hope he baked muffins or something so everybody gets to have little treats this morning. Okay, so you see I'm adding water, and for this water painter you have to push where it says push or else, and I have a very I don't have a lot of strength in my hands. It's always been a thing. So, and I'm just sliding and adding right here. So that is why you see on my blog the usage of Mossy Meadow. Sounds weird with my color choices, but it goes very well. And then you let it dry, and then we're just gonna add some specks. So I'm just gonna set this aside because really, I don't really need it right now. So I'm gonna go with this one right here. And now we're just gonna use, again, our colors. So Evelyn is saying that it took her forever to learn how to use inches, and I'm the opposite, centimeters. I do have like my tool to change into centimeters for my trimmer, but anyways. So I'm using blender pen one more time. This part, if ever, you could fast forward, skip if ever, because you've seen me do this all week. When you are doing my full class, my suggestion to you is to color all your flowers first, and then your pieces of cardstock are normally pre-cut for you unless you got the PDF. So then you just assemble them one at a time, right? So that would be the simpler way. If you're doing all your coloring first, I think it would be a great option. So you'll see on my blog the same card 3 times, but different ways. Not different ways, but different flowers, I mean. And then you'll see the one with the foliage, and I'm gonna let dry today. And I'm really going very fast today, so here we go. That was quick. Now I'm gonna use my Coastal Cabana, which is kind of, you'll be like, I never use that, but it looks kind of great as well. So we're just gonna do our little ones. And really, I didn't need to color everything, but I am, because I'm not sure which part. I'm gonna be doing some surgery, paper crafting surgery. I am gonna be cutting this little flower this morning, so you will get to see a cutout look. Right here. And the last one right there. So that's pretty quick as well. Now let's go with soft sea foam. I think this is like a very old ink pad, like never been inked or anything. It needs a little bit of ink, I feel like. And don't bother coloring all your bottom, because we'll be cutting the bottom. Since it's such a big stamp set, I won't need the entire piece. There I go. Come on, little ink, go on the side. I prefer doing this than just going with the blender pens. Oh, sorry, the stamping blends, just because I feel like the stamping blends, it's a little too much. So with the stamping blend, I just add a little bit of elements right in here quickly. But I prefer using the blender pens for this technique. So I think it's not too bad. I don't want to go too low because it's just going to waste our time. Gonna add a little bit more color. Here we go. Perfect. So I might just add color a little later on. Now comes the fun part. This piece is gonna be tucked in there, but I want to tuck it a little lower. So here we go. Like this, actually. So now I'm gonna add my dimensionals because I do want it to stand out, and I'm making sure that on purpose some of the pieces are going to stand out of my circle. So here we go. So now it's even an easier way for us to, let me just grab soft sea foam here. It's just going to be an easier way for us to know where to color, right? So here I am just adding a bit more where we were missing some. Maybe a little here. And then we're gonna embellish as well. Now, if you want to add some Wink of Stella to have a little bit of sparkle, especially those little Coastal Cabana flowers, I would do that as well. And then let's add. Do you own blender pens? Is it something you use? I've had them forever and I wasn't using them. And now lately, that's all I've been using. Okay, I think it looks good now. Look at this. So now, this one's not quite dry, but we could have done the same thing with this piece as well. So now I'm gonna go with my purple sequins, which are free with a qualifying order in celebration. I just ordered myself some more, and I tried to find, I'm gonna use the white ones today, but try to find a little spot where you don't have any of the flowers. So this would be great right here. And I did try using the Baker's Twine in black, but I felt like it was a little too much. So what I'm gonna do is instead, I'm just gonna use it, the white one. Still gonna go with the white one. I think it's best. So adding maybe like a little white one right here, and we're gonna trim this piece here. And let's grab a mini glue dot. I can't wait to show this card a little closer, and then I'll show you the other one as well. Perfect. Okay, so there you have it. Do you see the depth in this? And let me just check something. To get a better result, you gotta shake that Wink of Stella, okay? So I know you probably won't see it on here, but to shake your Wink of Stella would add a lot more sparkles. So I got a drop that went a little too much here. I wanted you to see the sparkle. Press too hard here. But then you could just add a little bit of wink on the little flowers. And if you don't want sparkles, you don't need to add it. So now I'll show you the second one right here. So there you have a boat. You see that with the daisies or echinacea, whichever, that you have a lot more space around it, but it is very pretty and soft. I can't wait to see how it looks once I've done the photos of it, because I am using white, right, and very light colors. Soft seafoam is not a color that turns out great when you look it on camera, but it is pretty in person. So this is a type of card that is simple to me and that I would do as a swap with other demonstrators. I think it would look great and it would be nice. So I'm hoping you like this card. It was very fun to make, very simple. And now I'm like curious, once it's still not dry, once this dries up, I might do another version with this image right here. And then you'd have like all three of them right there. So thank you everyone for watching. And if ever you like this content, please put a like, please share as well. And we will see you tomorrow for our last project. Have a great day. Bye-bye.